Imagine you just got off of work. The day was amazing. You were promoted or given a title change or even asked to speak on something that you've been working on for a second. You feel so empowered. You decide to rush home and talk to your close friend, family member, or even your significant other. As you're explaining your day with stars in your eyes, your significant other doesn't really seem engaged or interested. Their body language is off. They're not even giving you eye contact. They're not asking questions. They're not, clarifying they understood. They aren't listening in your eyes. Instantly, you're hurt. While you can't force someone to care, them active listening would help so much with your confidence. Active listening is something that everyone should practice, not only to keep us engaged in our relationships, but also to show the people we love that we actually care about what they have to say. Today, I'm going to be convincing you to start actively listening in all of your relationships as a habit. But first, I'm going to tell you what we're doing today. So what is active listening? That's what we're going to go over first. Then I'm going to show you how it shows you care. And then I'm going to show you the conflict resolution and communication habits that are built with it, along with empathy and trust in the relationship. Before we adopt this into our everyday habits, though, what even is active listening? Well, in our first article called 7 Active Listening Techniques for Better Communication, active listening is described by Koenig, a communication skill that goes beyond simply hearing words, involving active processing and seeking to understand the meaning and intent behind them, written November of 2025. There are 2 different aspects to active listening. There is body language and our responses. With body language, we show our eye contact. We show body language that reflects interest, like orienting ourselves towards the speaker and nodding our head as they speak so that we can let them know we're actually still locked in. Then, with our responses, we try not to interrupt a lot, but when we do, we're rephrasing what they said for further clarification to show them we're actually listening. And we ask questions that invoke further conversation. So now that we know what it is and how to do it, what are the benefits of active listening? Well, first off, you show others you care when you actively listen. In the same article, 7 Active Listening Techniques for Better Communication, written in 2025 of November, conversation should be all about the other person and not about you at all, to show them that you actually care. You have the capacity to care about conversations that don't revolve around you, and that is so important in relationships. And using active listening, that's what we show, because we don't insert our own personal feelings and thoughts and beliefs into these conversations. We also give them the platform to speak freely, minus judgment, and the ability to not be misunderstood. As we're repeating, if we repeat wrong with our paraphrasing, they can correct us. And now I've reached a better level of understanding, and the other person has clarified themselves and feels as though they're being understood. So with active listening, you show you care through the way you listen, and it equals that you are selfless towards, the person you love. What's another benefit, though? Can't be the only one. Our other benefit is it helps with communication and conflict resolution. So, knowing how the other person feels when they're expressing their emotions to you is so, so, so important. Chastain in December of 2013 claimed that repeating things back to the speaker worded differently is an amazing way to make sure that you understand. In her article, use active listening skills to deal with the conflict. Showing you understand in a physical way helps to de-escalate people. As Greenberg said, in his October 2024 article, The Importance of Communication and Active Empathetic Listening in Relationships. Integrating empathy and questions helps de-escalate negative emotions. So if you're showing the person you're talking to that you understand them and that you feel for them, they're going from here all the way down to here. It helps with healthy conflict resolution when you actively listen, and it helps you understand other perspectives. Another benefit is building empathy and trust in your relationships. So, to build empathy, we use listening and an empathetic listening skill, as described by Sutton in 2016 July in his article, Active Listening, The Art of Empathetic Conversation. He says, empathetic listening shows understanding and encourages the speaker to share more by validating them without a judgment. Empathetic listening lies in repeating and paraphrasing emotions rather than just their words. So as they're speaking, say, I bet you feel angry, or I bet you feel sad. And it helps to validate them and maybe elaborate further, or to correct you on how they feel, which creates a sense of empathy and understanding. With the trust, sometimes we become so entrenched in our own beliefs, and it's difficult to see other perspectives. But once we can open up the floor to let the person we're talking to and communicating with trust us, we open up a world of possibilities and trust that isn't seen in any other relationships, especially if they don't have active listening, according to Vieser in December of 2023. So yeah, now that we've gone over all of the reasons why you should definitely go into active listening as a way of living, let's review. So, we talked about what active listening is. Active listening has two different parts. You're controlling your body and body language, and you're controlling your responses. What you're saying, how you're responding, how many questions you're asking. You are showing you care, and you are working on your conflict resolution and communication abilities. You are also building trust and empathy in your relationships. Everybody should be active listening in their daily lives to help them stay engaged in their relationships. So the next time you're conversing with somebody you really, really, really care about, try these active listening techniques to let them know you really, really care. Thank you for listening.